Hello and welcome to Living Simply and Fun. I'm Aaron and this is Aries.
Hi.
Don't have much to talk about today. Probably be a short video. We really didn't do much. Stayed up late, have fun playing video games, and I was watching some TV and stuff. And well, that's been pretty much the day. We did cook dinner tonight. I cooked spaghetti squash again. This time, though, instead of cutting it like it's football shaped, sort of, instead of cutting it in half like that and having two like eggshell halves, I cut it lengthwise, so it was like two boats. And it actually worked out a lot better. The flavor was better, and the sausage cooked up better. Still working on a vegetarian version. So, alongside of that, we had Brussels sprouts.
I ate them all.
The Brussels
They're
sprouts
like
and spaghetti
cabbage.
squash both came from the food bank, so that stuff was free. We had to splurge a little bit and try something new. We saw these at the grocery store, jalapeno popper rolls. And I thought they had a real good kick to them and a lot of decent flavor, and it's better than some of the jalapeno poppers on the market.
Like TGI Fridays. No offense to TGI
Oh no,
Fridays.
I like the TGI Friday ones. It's whatever those other ones are that you got.
It's a brand I've never heard
The
of.
TGI Fridays ones are actually really good. So.
No, these ones are better than TGI Fridays.
No, these ones are totally different, but compared to those other poppers you got, those poppers suck.
Well, I have my
So-
opinion, you have your opinion, to each their own.
Compared to a lot of popperish things, because this is more of a pizza with cream cheese and jalapeno than it is a popper. But it is very good. So, my thoughts are thumbs up. So, I don't really have anything to talk about today. I'm totally lost.
He wanted the topic to be about food
Yes. Well, we did the food.
and cooking part.
Yeah, well, part of it is how to always eat cheap. So
I know...
it does work very well to explain how we got away cheap. As I said, the Brussels sprouts cost nothing. The spaghetti squash cost nothing. The sausage was $2.49 on
the
sale.
sausage chub.
And the poppers were on sale too for like $1.99 a bag.
$2.99 a bag.
$2.99. So altogether, the meal tonight was $5.49. So not a bad deal at all. Not a bad.
Now it's
deal.
like $2.75 a person, about,
Yeah.
or $2.74 a person. But anyways,
Otherwise, I'm battling allergies and enjoying myself playing video games and trying to stay inside because I feel awful.
well, the weather's changed too, so unless
It's getting
we get,
cold.
yeah, unless we want to get to the barbecuing, which we still got brats this month.
Oh
still.
yeah.
and
Definitely
we got
got
steaks
brats.
still this
We got to
month.
get more charcoal, I believe. I think we're out. So.
Now about cooking, eating cheap. There's another thing that I do like to talk about that's eating cheap that you could last maybe 2, 3, or 4 meals is always look for books on line. Those aren't cheap unless you get a brand new dirt cheap. Is books on slow cooking or crock pot cooking.
What you do is you go to a thrift store. Thrift stores tend to have tons of cookbooks that no one ever buys from them. I know our thrift store did at one point have like 3 or 4 shelves of just cookbooks, and nobody would touch them. So, and there's a new thrift store in town, and they're likewise. So, trust me.
I'm going to have to go to the
Thrift stores are good places instead of paying $17-20 at a bookstore to get a new cookbook. And besides, who needs a cookbook when you got the online? There's food.com and there's Epicurious and there's just run a search for any recipe you're looking for. You'll end up finding something somewhere on it.
for free.
Yeah,
That's true.
I like looking for my Indian food on Manuela's Kitchen, which is a great place to go. I like looking for my Filipino food on...
Pensit Pinoy.
Pinoy Pansalang.
Yeah, exactly. I'm subscribed to them on YouTube as well. So
Yes, so...
I also subscribed to a lady that runs her own like little business. For another free thing is subscribing to people's YouTube channels, like I said, that's free,
yeah.
and you can learn a lot. I mean, I got one that I was telling him about Japanese foods, where this lady's from Japan and she does all these things. Well, the other day they did Final Fantasy characters in a bento box. Now, me and him's always happy talking about bento boxes because we can find some
and I found
ones.
some other things that could be considered free for entertainment. There's a new hockey player who was just brought into Ottawa through a trade, I think, or off-season acquisition. Anyways, he's not known in the town, and they gave him the microphone and let him go around and ask people what they thought of him. And nobody recognized him. And I thought that was pretty hilarious. Now, of course, it doesn't really work for us. I mean, nobody's going to want to... We can't just go up and say, what do you think of ourselves, you know? Because nobody knows us in one way or another. But I thought that was rather entertaining. And I also want to give kudos to high school out of... Louisiana, I can't remember where. I know one of them was Notre Dame High School out of Louisiana. They had a kid with muscular dystrophy, I think it is, that they allowed during a scrimmage to score a football, a touchdown. He's an honorary member of the team because he can't play. So I thought that was really cool that they allowed that to happen. And I only think of this because Rita talks about YouTube vids, and I've run across these things. The one was in one of those sporting news papers online recently, and that stuff's free to look up. So
I do want to make a statement before we sign off. Something that he brought to my attention. I don't bring it up that often, but I want you all to think about YouTube, our opinions, what we talk about, and then I want you to sit down tonight and think about the Bill of Rights. Yes, that's right, because sometimes people like us do videos, and we could go and end up in jail sooner or later because of Feinstein's law.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. What she's proposed, or what she's a sponsor of, is a thing called the Shield.
Federal Shield program.
Yeah, it's a Shield program. Whatever. Most states have one, but she wants to do one federally, which might even set up rules and regulations and licensing for who can actually be considered a reporter or etc. for papers. And if you're not classified as one, then anything that you say, they can actually say, where'd you get that information? And if you don't give it to them, then you could go to jail. They could tell you don't have a right to write down your thoughts because you're not a reporter.
They want to shut down blogs, is what I read.
Their main thing is...
And they want
the main things that they're aiming for is to stop things like WikiLeaks, because they want to make it illegal for the media to be able to share things from these third-party sources. And they want to shut down places like theblaze.com and other so-called media online that really isn't reputable sources, like Mr. Conservative. Sorry, I've yet to find anything that really seems legitimate on their sites, with a few exceptions. But yeah, they always say that they have some source and they can't name them or anything, and well, they want to go after those people and get the names and find out who, and they don't want them reporting, so it'd be a way to shut down their reporting careers.
Also, it is also from what they said with Feinstein, or some people call her Feinstank, is that she wants it that if anyone posts a picture of her with some quote on Facebook, she can go after those people now too. And
some of the things I've read about this bring up an issue where there was a kid on Facebook who got his, I think it was a principal fired or something, because the kid knew from some source that the principal was drinking on the job, and his Facebook post got enough attention that they investigated, found it to be true, and then he tried to say, well, the kid's sources weren't usable because, you know, and he wanted to confront who had told the kid, and he wasn't given the right. Well, the kid would have had to divulge or go to jail, so, and the guy would have gotten out of it. So, yeah, that, you know, and here I said that this was going to be a short thing, and this is supposed to be living simply and fun, and here we're talking politics.
Anyways,
I don't really like talking politics,
but
so
that's
don't
all
think that I do.
No, that's all I was gonna say is just think about it.
This is Aries' one-track mind sometimes. She floats throughout the world of politics, and sometimes has to read every little detail she can, like a little butterfly going to a new topic. And oftentimes it is entertaining to her sometimes because of some of the comments people make. And you just sit there and say, what was that person thinking? It makes no sense. But at the same time, it is a scary thing, too. So it's really not all that funny. But at the same time, some of the comments people make, it's just laughable. So I guess if that's your type of thing, that is free entertainment then. So.
Yes, it is entertainment. And I have to laugh about
I will say goodbye for now.
So, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. And please add us as a friend if you like. Thank you, and have a nice day.